What's up, everybody? It's your girl, April. I'm back with another review. This time it's Ready to Love Miami. We are on season 6, and this is episode 1. Because episode 1 was pretty much getting to know the cast and their first meetup, I'm just going to kind of do my first impressions. I think that'll be the easiest way to do it because it really wasn't any one-on-ones too much, no dating, anything like that. So I'm just going to give my first impressions, and I'm going to start on this particular video. We're going to talk about the ladies. So don't forget to like, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. Also, hit that notification button so you'll know when I upload videos. So let's get into the recap, or my, let's say, first impressions of the ladies. So let's see. Bring them. Here we go. Here's the ladies. Let me first say how I feel about this particular season. This season, I am liking so far. I'm liking the girls. I'm liking the guys. I am. I definitely think it's going to be better than the previous season, and I like where this is going. It seems like I won't say an older cast, but it is like a little bit of older cast. I saw a lot of people in their 40s, some in their mid to late 30s. So, and then, some younger 30s, but I didn't really see any 20-year-olds, if I'm not mistaken. So so far I'm seeing an older, a more mature crowd. I definitely going to see where I see some drama between the ladies. And I don't know. I feel like this is going to be a decent season. Let's see how it goes. The first person that came in we met was April. April. So I wanted to like her already because her name is April, of course. But April, she seems like she's a pretty decent chick. She she seemed nice. She seemed very sure of what she wanted. She definitely loved her headband wigs because she's rocking a headband wig, I think, throughout the season. But it looks nice. So April seemed like she was into Justice and maybe Samson. That's what I saw so far. So she seemed to, be very confident what she wanted, and she seemed very nice. I like her so far. I didn't see any red flags with April. It seemed like some of the guys may have had red flags with her, but we didn't really catch any of that throughout the season or throughout the episode. So I'm thinking April is going to be a solid cast member. I can't wait to see where she goes. I think she's 46, if I'm not mistaken, and she's a professional singer. So I can't wait to see how this season progresses with April. But she definitely seemed like a solid girl. No red flags. Now, the next one was Trinika. Trinika is legs and hips and body. So she made mention that she got all the curves that the men like. So she came in and she definitely expressed how she feels that if they whatever they want as far as body wise, she's that one. She had a nice figure, and she seemed nice. She's a nice person. She's nice to look at. She seemed like she had a nice personality. A lot of the men put her in their top, so we'll see where she goes. I enjoyed her. I didn't see anything that was problematic, but the fact that she is is reliant on her figure and stuff like that, I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know why she had to, go that route. I think she could definitely, I mean, it's okay to be a confident woman. I don't think there's anything wrong with being a confident woman. But, I don't know if that's where she's going to. I don't want her to drop into where Precious did last season, where she became the fun girl. So I don't want her to get put in that pigeonhole because if you're selling body, legs, and hips and body. If you selling it to the fellas, that's what they're going to put you as. Oh, that's what you feel like you're worth, then that's how I'm gonna treat you. So I'm hoping she doesn't fall into that category, because I really like her, and I feel like that was just her. Um, that was just her way of exuding confidence, and I think that was, and that's fine to be proud of your body, and I think everybody should. So I really like Trinica, and I think she's going to go far. The next one up, forgot Kayla. This is Kayla. So Kayla is she's 30. She is YouTube. She does YouTube, and she says she's into media consulting or something like that. I like Kayla. She definitely did not come across as 30 for me. I thought she could be either her late 30s, early 40s to me, but I don't know. Maybe I'm gauging it wrong. Maybe it's the hair. Maybe it's coming across like that. I don't know. But I think she's a pretty girl. I like her. She definitely had confidence. A lot of the men liked her. She was seemed very sure of herself, and she just really let her personality shine through. I saw that she connected. Who did she connect with? I can't remember who she really connected with, but she definitely came across as a pretty solid chick. I liked her. Um, Now she did have a little messy moment because what's her name, Charisse. Charisse didn't had a scuffle with one of the. Well, she had opinions of one of the ladies, and Kayla, she thought it was funny, but now then she said, I'm gonna tell Dominica. So I thought that was quite messy. And I felt like if you had an issue with it, you should have checked Charisse right then and there. But it wouldn't be a show if it wasn't some drama. So she looks like she's going to be down for being a bone collector this season. So we'll see how that goes. Um, Shakira. I like her. She's very direct. She's assertive. She looked beautiful in yellow. Her and LJ kicked it off, and he was very mesmerized by her. He went into song, and he really liked her. And she seems like she's very grounded. She also knows what she wants. Like I said, this is a cast full of women who I feel like it's a different breed of women. They seem to be all have a good head on their shoulders. They definitely seem like they have a good career going on. So she's a model, I believe, and she has a 6-year-old son named Prince Amir, and she is about being a mom, but she's also looking for love. She wants something substantial. So I am hoping that she finds that. In the previews, it seems like her and LJ may have a disagreement or some. So, and then she also during this episode had an issue with one of the guys named Swayze when she said she wanted a grown man, which is her prerogative. That's her. If that's what she wants, that's what she wants. I don't know why Swayze had to have a big issue with her saying she wants someone grown, but I feel like it's more on him than what she is. So they had a little back and forth disagreement. But overall, Shakira, I really like her. I'm rooting for her. I hope she makes it far. I like her personality so far. So I definitely want to see more from her. Now we have Jamila. Jamila is I think she's 35. I think she's a health consultant. She really comes across as mature. Like I thought she was older than 35. She's definitely has a mature personality. She doesn't seem like she's with all the games. She connected with Randall, and Sean and her had a interaction where she was over Sean, and Sean is just the awkward type. So she was kind of over the conversation, but she was obliging it. But she really connected with Randall, and by him being a personal trainer, I think that's a really good match. That means they both are into their health, and I like her. I like her personality. She doesn't seem like she's going to be in the mess. I have high hopes for Jamila. I think she goes by J, so I can't wait to see where she goes. Um, Looney. This is Looney. I like Looney so far. Looney is in real estate. I believe she's also in her mid 30s. I can't remember exactly where she is, maybe 37, but she is a realtor, and she is like a she came in like a dark horse towards the end. Like, they didn't show her a lot in the beginning of the episode, but towards the end of the episode she came in, and she and Samson seemed to really have have a connection. So we I want to see where that goes, because I really like Samson, and she seems very assured of herself, self-assured. She seems self-aware. She also says that men can't leave her alone because she's loyal. And so I don't know about that. I don't know why they can't leave her alone. I really want to delve. I hope they get deeper into some of her past relationships, because I want to figure out what it is, why she said that men can't leave her alone. Like, are you going to have issues with going back to your past? What's going to happen, Looney? I don't know. So I'm hoping that she is here for love, and that whatever is in her past is in her past, and that she looks towards her future and not really get mixed up with that, because she definitely said men cannot leave her alone. So I don't know exactly what she means by that. But overall, I like Looney. It's no one on here that I really did not like, and I didn't really have any big red flags for anybody. So far, these are my impressions. Next, we have Dominica. Dominica is loud. And there's nothing wrong with being loud. She is definitely she comes across as the life of the party. She comes across as the person who is she does come across as the homegirl. I'm looking down reading my notes because I forgot I had notes. Yeah, she's a program analyst. She I think that her personality is like a friend. Like, she is the roundaway girl, and and a lot of guys like her, and probably they could have her as a spades partner, but I don't see some of them may not want to get romantic with her. And I feel like that's bad. I feel like that's a cop out, because I mean, don't you want a friend in a relationship partner? Like, it should be able to go that way. But I think maybe her being as loud and boisterous as she is, I think that might just be a turn off. So I don't know. I hope she was one of the people who entered in the bottom, on the bottom two for the women. I hope that she takes the second chance and really builds on that, and gives them a softer side of Dominica, just another side. Maybe they can get in and see something different from her, and so maybe that'll help with how she is comes across to the rest of the guys. So let's see who's next. Who's next? Brandy. I like Brandy. I'm saying I'm liking everybody. She's 35. She's a flight attendant. Um, she definitely seemed like she was ready to love. She said she's ready for a family like now. Um, I don't know. I feel like she should just kind of like although I want her to be intentional when she's dating, I also want her to kind of like pull back a bit, instead of looking for her husband. Just see who you connect with and see who you really like, versus coming out and just saying like, "Hey, I'm ready to have a baby like now, like pop one in me." And it's just kind of like, let's just see where it goes, because sometimes when you do that and you're so ready to have a husband, sometimes you can skip past different red flags or things that you may not want, because you're so hell bent on having a husband. So I'm hoping that Brandy will take heed and just really just chill, live in the moment, enjoy the process, and just show them who she is. And I feel like it will develop from there versus her kind of forcing the whole I want to be I want to be chosen and I want to be a wife versus let's just see where it goes. I don't want her to get hurt and I don't want her to just I'm just looking for a husband and not really have a partner because if you don't have a partner, like you can have a husband all day every day and but it's the difference when you have someone you can really do life with. Like you don't care, if they're in the house. Like you you can deal with them later in life. Like if if something happens to them, they get sick. You don't mind taking care of them. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for longevity, and I had it before, and I plan on finding it again. So yeah, Brandy, chill out. Just pull back just a little. Just find connections and then go from there. This is Kadeem. Kadeem is 35. She's like a beauty entrepreneur. I don't know exactly what she does in beauty. I don't know if she has a supply store or she sells hair. I'm not really sure what she does in beauty, but she is an entrepreneur. She and Alonzo connected. She loved the fact that Alonzo was retired and that he can, do life with her and they can travel, they can do things and versus having to wait. She likes the flexibility of life, and she seems like she likes the luxurious things. She was definitely opinionated when it came to Devin, um, and his whole situation with his son. So she let her opinions be known right then. So she's definitely one who's going to speak out, and she's going to speak up. She doesn't seem like she's going to be that person who beats around the bush. She seems like she's a very direct girl. I like her. I like her spunkiness, and I feel like she really knows what she wants. And she sees, Zoe as being the type of guy that she wants. Not I don't know if she wants Zoe, but what he has to offer, that's she's definitely picking up what he has to offer. So I like her. I hope she makes it far. I want to see more of her. I think she would be able to weed through these guys fairly quickly. She's not taking nothing off of them. Charisse. Charisse. Let me get my notes on Charisse. Hmm. Yes. Charisse is 43. She's originally from Maryland. She's been in Miami. I can't remember how many years, but it's been a while. She's been in Miami for a while. She's attracted to the athletic type, she says. She is one of the ones that's gonna be messy. And I'm hoping that she don't be this how the stereotypical light skinned girl, like I'm better than everybody type personality. And I don't feel like light skinned women are like all light skinned women are like that. I'm just saying, like, how they stereotype light skinned girls and that they look down on other women. Because that's how she's coming across. She has on pink and green, so I don't know if she's an AKA or what, but she is definitely that girl to see, very opinionated about the other ladies. She seems like the type of girl that don't mind putting people down, so it makes her feel better. I don't really like that on Charisse, and for some reason, I really don't feel like that's her. I feel like that's a coping mechanism. I feel like if she feels intimidated or because maybe she's not getting the attention that she wants, that may be something that she does as a defense mechanism to say like, oh, well, I don't feel bad. Um, I'm better than these girls, and I don't know. It's a mentality that I feel like she's just putting it up as a defense. I feel like if you probably get to the core of her, she probably would be decent. She is physically attracted to Mike, um, and she likes Devin. He actually sucked on her toes the first time while they were in the pool, so that's different. She doesn't seem to want kids when they asked her about wanting kids. She said she had a dog named Lola. So she probably is like, look, I'm not about to do that. It's going to take a certain type of man to really get through to her. And She seems like, but she has her stuff together. I think she has her own business, and she says that men are intimidated that she's a boss. I don't think it's that. I think it's just maybe her attitude. You could be a boss, but you don't have to be a bitch. You don't have to. You don't have to be that girl that makes put other girls down to make yourself feel good. Like why? We're too old for that, Charisse. You're 43 years old. You're too old for that. So it's just kind of like you're on a show for a reason, and maybe it's just to get clout. I don't know, but you're on a dating show, so it's kind of like I feel like they're gonna keep her around because she will be the mean girl, but I'm hoping not. I don't want her to fall into that. I really want her to be genuine about finding the love that she wants, and I think everybody's deserving of love, so why not? So, Sharice, I'm hoping you're going to get your act together, but I think you're going to have a few scuffles with these ladies because everybody is not going to take, what you dishing out. So get it together, girl. I'm rooting for you. So, that's the cast of the ladies. That's my opinions of the ladies so far. I like them. I don't see anything blaringly. I mean, outside of Sharice and maybe her little attitude, and talking about the ladies and looking down on some of the ladies. But I just feel like if she could just really, because she was in the bottom too. She was about to go. Her or Dominica was about to go. So if she would have went, that would have bruised her ego so bad. But she would have left, and she would have been like, I didn't like nobody in there anyway. You know how she would have did. So she got a second chance. We're gonna see what she's gonna do with that second chance. She's a beautiful woman, and I really want who she is at her core to shine through. It doesn't have to be, even though it is a competition, it doesn't have to be a competition. If your match isn't there, he just ain't there. Keep it moving. You're gonna find your mate. You're gonna find the one that's for you. It's gonna come when the universe wants it to come to you. Maybe it's not your time. Maybe it is. We'll see. So yeah, comment down below. Tell me what your take is on some of the ladies. How do you like the season so far? And subscribe to my channel. I definitely appreciate that. That helps me. That helps me to get better and better and better and push out more content for everyone. I'm going to be doing the my first impressions of the men. I'm also going to do some my Married to Medicine recap as well. So look out for that. Until then, be blessed.